Question 331. Access control layers consist of administrative, physical, and technical controls that operate at different levels. What are these levels? A. Within their own categories. B. Within each control group. C. Both A and B. D. Neither A nor B. Correct answer. C. Both A and B. Access control layers consist of administrative, physical, and technical controls that operate at different levels. These controls function within their own categories, such as administrative policies, technical system configurations, and physical safeguards. Additionally, they interact within each control group, forming a cohesive framework to enhance security measures and protect assets effectively. Question 332. What do you call a company that has the authority to issue digital certificates? A. Certificate Authority. B. Certificate Assigner. C. Certificate Headquarters. D. Certificate Distributor. Correct answer. A. Certificate Authority. Certificate Authority, CA, is an organization that is trusted to issue digital certificates, which are used to verify the identity of entities and enable secure communications over the Internet. The CA plays a critical role in the public key infrastructure by validating the credentials of the certificate requester and ensuring the authenticity of the issued certificates. Question 333. The firewall. Walter Installed inspects every packet that passes through it, ensuring that each one complies with the security rules in place. Which type of firewall is being described here? A. Application layer. B. Next generation. C. Stateful. D. Stateless. Correct answer. D. Stateless. Stateless firewalls inspect every packet independently, ensuring that each packet complies with defined security rules without considering the state or context of active connections. They rely on static information, such as source or destination IP addresses and ports, to make filtering decisions. Question 334. A company wants to limit the emailing of PHI, protected health information documents, and is implementing a data loss prevention solution. Which of the following should be done first to restrict PHI documents? A. Retention. B. Governance. C. Classification. D. Change management. Correct answer. C. Classification. Classification is the first and most critical step in implementing a data loss prevention solution for PHI, protected health information. By classifying documents containing PHI, the organization can identify and label them appropriately. This allows the DLP solution to recognize sensitive information and enforce policies that restrict its emailing or unauthorized transmission. Question 335. What security benefits does cloud computing offer? A. Increased number of servers to defend against attacks. B. A hidden location to evade attackers. C. Files can be accessed from any location. D. Centralized data, making it simpler to secure and manage it. Correct answer. D. Centralized data, making it simpler to secure and manage. Centralized data enables uniform security practices, including encryption, access control, and monitoring, which minimizes the chances of misconfigurations compared to managing dispersed data. This enhances data protection, streamlines incident response, and ensures adherence to security standards, all while utilizing the cloud provider's strong infrastructure. Question 336. James aims to utilize IPsec and wants the ability to specify the IPsec policy for traffic based on the port it is being sent to on the remote system. What mode of IPsec should he choose? A. IPsec, IK mode. B. IPsec, PSK mode. C. IPsec transport mode. D. IPsec tunnel mode. Correct answer. C. IPsec transport mode. In contrast to IPsec's tunnel mode, IPsec transport mode enables the use of varying policies per port. The policy applied to the packet is determined by the IP addresses in the outer header for transport mode packets. While IPsec does not offer a PSK mode, WPA2 does. IKE is used to establish security associations in IPsec, but does not allow this type of mode configuration. Question 337. You're working on enhancing security measures at your company and are currently drafting an overview of all the security aspects that require evaluation and action. What is the term used to describe the process of enhancing security in a trusted operating system? A. Baselining. B. FDE. C. Hardening. D. SED. Correct answer. C. Hardening. Hardening involves enhancing the security of an operating system or application. One of the key techniques for hardening a trusted operating system is to remove unnecessary protocols, which is also referred to as creating a secure baseline that enables the OS to operate securely and safely. FDE refers to full disk encryption. SED stands for self-encrypting drive, and baselining is the process of setting up security standards. Question 338. William has activated port security on the network switches within his building. What is the purpose of port security? A. Establishes private VLANs. B. Filters by MAC address. C. Prevents duplicate MAC addresses from connecting to the network. D. Prevents routing protocol updates from being sent from protected ports. Correct answer. B. Filters by MAC address. Port security functions by filtering MAC addresses, permitting whitelisted MAC addresses to connect to the port while blocking blacklisted MAC addresses. The port security feature can be static, using a predetermined list, or dynamic, allowing a specific number of addresses to connect. Alternatively, it can operate in a combination mode of both static and dynamic modes. Question 339. As part of the certificate issuance process from the CA that her company works with, Maria is required to prove that she is a valid representative of her company. The CA goes through additional steps to ensure that she is who she says she is, and that her company is legitimate. And not all CAs can issue this type of certificate. What type of certificate has she been issued? A. A domain-validated certificate. B. An EV certificate. C. An OCSP certificate. D. An organization validation certificate. Correct answer. B. An EV certificate. Extended validation certificates verify that the X509 certificate has been issued to the accurate legal entity, and only particular certificate authorities have the authority to issue EV certificates. Domain-validated certificates require evidence that the domain is under your control, such as by setting the DNS-TXT record, or responding to an email sent to a contact in the domain's OOE's record. An organizational validation certificate mandates domain validation and additional verification that the organization is a legal entity. OCSP certificates are not a suitable option for this question. Question 340 Chance. William intends to incorporate data such as birth dates, addresses, and job titles of his users into her identity management system. What is the term used to refer to this type of information? A. Attributes. B. Factors. C. Identifiers. D. Roles. Correct answer. A. Attributes. Identity attributes are the distinctive characteristics of an identity, encompassing information such as birth dates, ages, job titles, addresses, or other relevant details. These features are utilized to differentiate the identity from others and may also be leveraged by the identity management system or associated systems in conjunction with the identity itself. Roles, on the other hand, refer to the job or position held by an individual within an organization, while factors are classified as something you know, something you have, or something you are. While identity is a commonly used term in security and authentication, identifiers are not a frequently used term in this context. Question 341. Peter is preparing to implement a firewall for his network and is considering whether to implement an open-source firewall or a proprietary commercial firewall. Which of the following is not an advantage of an open-source firewall? A. Community code validation. B. Lower cost. C. Maintenance and support. D. Speed of acquisition. Correct answer. C. Maintenance and support. Commercial firewalls usually entail greater vendor support and maintenance than their open-source counterparts. This means that in the event of any problems, you may not have a vendor to fall back on and will instead have to rely on a support community for updates and patches. Although open-source firewalls are often less costly, their open-source nature allows anyone to validate the code by examining it, and they can be downloaded and acquired quickly. Question 342. Which element is most often used as the foundation for a hardware root of trust for a modern PC? A. AHSM. B. ATPM. C. The CPU. D. The hard drive or SSD. Correct answer. B. ATPM. Modern PCs rely on a trusted platform module as the basis for a hardware root of trust. The TPM may furnish a cryptographic key, a unique serial number for the device, or a physically unclonable function. Unlike the CPU and hard drive, the TPM is responsible for this function. While hardware security modules are utilized for PKY and cryptographic purposes, they are not used as a hardware root of trust for PCS. Question 343. What access control model is utilized in your network that allows users to allocate permissions to their individual shared resources? A. ABAC-B, DAC-C, MAC-D, RBAC. Correct answer. B. DAC. Discretionary access control permits data owners to allocate permissions. Role-based access control assigns access based on the user's role. Mandatory access control is more stringent and enforces control at the operating system level. Attribute-based access control considers several attributes like location, time, and computer, along with username and password. Question 344. What connection method from the following list is limited to a line-of-sight connection? A. Bluetooth. B. Infrared. C. NFC. D. Wi-Fi. Correct answer. B. Infrared. Infrared is the only connection method in the list that operates solely through line of sight. While near-field communication and Bluetooth have limited ranges, they can still function through materials that are placed between them and the receiver. Wi-Fi has an even more extensive range and can operate through obstacles as well. Question 345. What is the outcome of setting the secure attribute for an HTTP cookie? A. Cookies must be accessed using a cookie key. B. Cookies will be sent only over TPS. C. Cookies will be stored in encrypted form. D. Cookies will be stored in hashed form. Correct answer. B. Cookies will be sent only over HTTPS. HTTP cookies that have their secure flag enabled are referred to as secure cookies, which mandates that they can only be transmitted through a secure channel such as HTTPS. These cookies are not encrypted or hashed, and the cookie keys used in this explanation are made up. Question 346. Which of the following is a disadvantage of using EAP? A. EAP can be complex to deploy. B. EAP supports only basic password authentication, which is easy to deploy. C. EAP is incompatible with most modern systems. D. EAP requires no additional hardware or software. Correct answer. A. EAP can be complex to deploy. EAP, Extensible Authentication Protocol, can be complex to deploy because it supports a wide range of authentication methods, such as certificates, smart cards, and biometrics, each requiring different configuration and management processes. While this flexibility improves security, it also introduces complexity, as administrators need to ensure compatibility between the network devices, authentication servers, and user credentials. Question 347. Which process do attackers use to collect information about the configuration of your network? A. Packet sniffing. B. Footprinting. C. Scanning. D. Signal analysis intelligence. Correct answer. B. Footprinting. Footprinting is the initial phase in the reconnaissance process, where attackers gather as much information as possible about a target network. This includes details about the network structure, IP addresses, domain names, and other valuable data. This information helps attackers plan and execute subsequent phases of their attack. Question 348. Annie activates the picture password feature in Windows 10 to manage logins on her laptop. What kind of attribute will this feature offer? A. Someone you know. B. Something you can do. C. Something you exhibit. D. Somewhere you are. Correct answer. B. Something you can do. The Windows 10 Picture Password feature provides the attribute of something you can do. Picture Password requires users to draw or perform gestures on a selected image to authenticate themselves, making it a form of authentication based on something the user can do, in this case, drawing gestures, rather than relying on physical attributes, exhibited behaviors, or knowledge of specific individuals. Question 349. Which of the following describes the use of cyber tactics and techniques by states during periods of war or political tension? A. Cyber warfare. B. Social engineering. C. Ransomware attacks. D. Phishing campaigns. Correct answer. A. Cyber warfare. Cyber warfare refers to the use of cyber tactics and techniques by states during periods of war or political tension to disrupt, damage, or gain an advantage over adversaries. This can include activities such as hacking, denial of service attacks, spreading malware, and other forms of digital conflict aimed at critical infrastructure, military systems, and other key targets. Question 350. Hacktivists often infiltrate systems to steal or spread sensitive information. What is the goal of this activity? A. To expose wrongdoing and raise awareness about perceived injustices. B. To sell the information for profit. C. To steal personal data for identity theft. D. To gain access to financial systems. Correct answer. A. To expose wrongdoing and raise awareness about perceived injustices. Hacktivists typically target organizations or entities they believe are involved in unethical practices, with the intention of exposing corruption, human rights violations, or other perceived injustices. The aim is often to bring public attention to these issues, rally support for a cause, or push for political or social change. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful for you, don't forget to like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more practice questions and tips.